It's crazy I can still remember me in the back of the car. I had a lot of money on me at the time. I had like 18,000 on me. I'm telling my cousin, like, man, take this money. And I'm like, I got money here and I got money there and I got this car. And I'm like, just give it to my son, man. Tell my son I love him. He like, man, stop talking like that, man. You tripping, bro. You good. And I'm just fading off, you know what I mean? Just fading off, and he's just smacking me like, wake up. And I just keep telling him, like, bro, I'm dead, bro. Like, I ain't gonna make it. He like, stop talking like that, bro. And I remember all that until we got, until I passed out. But yeah, it was crazy.
You said you at peace now.
Yeah.
After your last situation, what was your last situation?
Um, Last situation was 2022. Well, was 2022, going into the new year. Was out having fun. New Year's Eve, and I was at the food truck getting some food, and not thinking of nothing. I ain't did nothing to nobody. Just out having fun, enjoying my New Year's, and getting some food after being drunk. And while I'm sitting there eating, I was shot 9 times, man. 4 times in my arm, 3 times in my side, one in my back and one in my butt. And I died twice.
At this time, was you still in the street?
No, not at all. No street activity, no, wasn't even making music anymore, you know. Uh, that's why it was so surprising, to everybody because I was a father. You know, I, it was really nothing I was doing to harm nobody, doing no wrong to nobody. I don't steal, I don't do none of that. So it was really just surprising to everyone that I was shot 9 times. And one of the toughest times of my life, just one, not being there for my son for 60 days, been in the hospital, and missed his birthday. A job and people taking money from me while I'm there, and not being able to eat or drink water for 60 days because I had a hole in my esophagus. Uh, and them keep telling me every time I go do a test that it's not getting better, it's not getting better. You might need a breathing machine for the rest of your life. And learning how to walk again because my body's so weak from not being able to eat. Blood clogs in my legs. And nobody really being there for you. My mom, she came a couple of days. She lived in Oklahoma at the time. And my son's mother, she was there with me through it all, through every step of the way. So, but other than that, the people I was around when it happened didn't really check on me. Wasn't there, didn't check on my son, didn't check on my son's mother. So it was a eye-opening experience just to limit yourself who you around, and just you don't know what other people got going on. Yeah. So sometimes it's just best to be by yourself because you just never know what other people have going on in life, and they not gonna tell you until it's too late. So yeah, that was one of them things that just brought me to peace with life, just saying that it can be over. And the biggest thing out of that situation I tell people is you don't get no goodbyes. You don't get no I love yous. You don't get no one last phone call, so nothing. When my eyes closed and I remember them closing, it was I didn't get none of that. I didn't get to call my son and tell him, "Hey son, I love you." You know what I mean? I just woke up 5 days later, handcuffed to a bed, not knowing what's going on. So that's the biggest thing for everybody, man. It's just if you out here, man, it ain't worth it. First of all, second of all, you don't get no. Once you gone, you gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I ain't get none of that. I ain't get. All I seen was black, man. That's all. Somebody asked me the other day, "You think you was going to heaven?" I ain't seen no white light. I seen pitch black with my eyes closed, and that was it.
No images or
No,
nothing.
nothing flashed, nothing.
So to you, you just thought you was waking up from sleep or you knew?
Nah, yeah. I just thought I was waking up. I don't know what. I just woke up handcuffed. The doctors told me like, I'm like, why I'm handcuffed? They was like, cause when you wake up, you was gonna be like, you was gonna trip out. And I did. When I woke up, I tried to yank, you know what I mean? And it's a room full of people. And I'm in pain when I wake up. I'm still in pain, you know what I mean? I woke up 5 days later with 20 people in the room, handcuffed to a bed with something down my throat helping me breathe. And I couldn't, man, I was helpless. I couldn't do nothing. My arm, no bones in it. I still don't got no bones, all metal. Um, so I couldn't do nothing for myself, couldn't wash myself, couldn't bathe myself. And then the first week, 2 weeks, I wasn't up for more than 2 hours a day because all the medicine all the meds they was giving me. Then with me having a hole in my esophagus, I couldn't take pills. So a lot of stuff, I was getting shots in my ass or stuff like that. And then it was just crazy, man. And like I said, the people that I was around at the time, none of them, checked on me. None of them came to see me. And that's the biggest thing. Like, it ain't worth it. The crowd, the people, none of it worth it.
During the moment that you woke up, like as soon as you opened your eyes, do you remember the last thing that you seen before you blacked out?
The last thing I know for a fact, because I passed, on the way there, I passed out. And my cousin kept hitting me like, wake up, wake up. And when I got out the car, he dropped me on the floor. And I'm like, bro, stop dropping me. I remember getting into the bed and then pitch black after that.
And then fast forward to the moment that you wake up. What is the first thing that's running through your mind?
Where I'm at, what am I doing, how I got here, why are these people in here? It's a lot of whys because when I got shot, it was a why. Like everything was a why from being shot to waking up because I'm like, why this happened to me? Why am I alive? Like why God? You know what I mean? Because I got shot a lot of times in places, like I said, in places where you don't survive. And I survived it. And I'm waking up like, damn, like I'm still here. And it's scary because you don't get no, like, people don't understand when I say that, like, you don't get no goodbyes, you don't get no I love yous, you don't get none of that. Once you dead, now if you dying, you know what I mean, you get to say that, but I just died. Like, I just coded out. And I didn't get none of that. And that's the scariest part because I want to be able to like, I love you. You know what I mean? Let me call myself, I didn't get none of that. And it was like, damn.
All right, so we call this in the world of film the impact. The moment that everything came rushing to you and you finally got all the answers you were thinking of. What's the first thing that ran through your head once you were able to code everything? Was it anger? Was it revenge? What did you feel?
My first feeling was revenge. Uh, but after my son started coming up to the hospital more and more, because at first he was scared. He didn't want to come see me. He didn't want to touch me. He was a kid, 4 years old at the time. He's 6. So he was like, I don't want to touch you. So I'm mad, But then as he coming more and more and more, it became peace for me. Because I knew in my heart that a lot of stuff was about to change. Crowd, the people I was around, places I was going, how I was moving. And like I said, I wasn't doing no wrong to nobody or anything like that. But I was still places that I didn't need to be and with people that I didn't need to be with. So I knew in my heart that a lot was changing, and that brought peace to me because I knew I was here for a reason, after that.
So doing the change part, let's let's go back a couple of years or a decade or so back when you were 15, right? Do you feel that if there was change in your environment, then maybe your role might be different for the simple fact that nowadays there's so much going on for the youth. There's youth programs, there's art programs, there's rec centers. You know, when we were younger, we didn't really have all of that. Do you feel like that if that was embedded in your society when you were younger, that you wouldn't go down the same path you went down? Or do you feel like that since that's all you really knew, that's the, basically that direction was inevitable?
I think I wouldn't have been that much into it if I had, that youth program or certain things to keep me away from it. I probably would have been like a more of like a 50-50 split, but without it, it was like a 80-20. So yeah, if we have, all the things that the kids have now, even just like uh certain electronics or what I mean, social media, all the stuff they doing on social media, the kids are doing podcasts and they doing a lot of stuff now to keep kids away from having to do a lot of stuff to make money. Yeah, I would have been it would have been a lot different, but I would have still been, trying to see what the other side was like because it was just in front of me.
Do you feel like with that change that it might be something that you might be interested in embedding within the community based off of your experiences, what you experienced through?
Definitely. I coach a team right now, my son age, the Bulls. So definitely, I don't mind talking to kids. I don't mind talking to anybody, because I didn't have it growing up, and some kids need to hear it because you never know, who life you can change by just telling them your story. And I'm all about that, all about that. Like I talk to anybody at any time, help, anything I need to do because I'm from this, this is my area. They going through this. It's probably a kid going through the same thing I'm going through right now and they need to hear it.
I think that probably it. Do you feel like do you feel like you created a product for the environment from younger age all the way up until now, like feeding the environment based off of going up to age 15 and above?
Yeah, kind of. For some kids, some kids that know me and some kids that I'm around, they I talk to a lot of kids. I'm around kids still, and the ones that know me, they see and they know what I've been through. I feel like I created, something for them to be like, he went through that stuff and he made it through. You know what I mean? Because it is some kids that see me and be like, yo, like we know what you've been through. We know who you are. You know what I mean? But I feel like I'm doing a lot of kids a disservice also by not sharing my story of what I've been through because I did go through a lot through from a young age to now that I could be giving a lot of kids and it could be helping them. So like I said, if anything I can do to reach out to more kids, I'll definitely do it to help help the city.
Where where all have you been shot at?
Uh, Out of all
All
the
your, if you can remember.
yeah, I can definitely give you. I've been shot twice in my leg, my stomach, back, twice, my butt. I got shot right here. Got shot 4 times right here, 3 times in my side. Uh, Most painful will probably be the one in my leg, and it was with a 22. That's because them bullets travel, and it went from like right here. Months went by, it was down here, and it was giving a lot of pain in my knees. But yeah,
And your arm. I see this big scar right here.
yeah. So when I got shot in my arm, every bone in my arm exploded. They broke into pieces, and they couldn't put it back together. I don't know if y'all can see it, but this arm right here doesn't go all the way like this. You see the little lumps and stuff. So I gotta really like I can't go like this.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Certain stuff like I can't do, but yeah, I don't have no bones in this arm. It's a lot of fat, and it's really just now I'm getting back strong to where I can play basketball without limitations.
Yeah.
Take contact and do all that. So yeah, no bones in this one, man. From up here to down here to my wrist.
And I asked all the places you got shot because you got shot in some pretty fatal areas, like some places. Well, you did die. You came back, and you say you were able to play basketball without limitations after being shot 15 times and stabbed twice. What does that tell you?
I'm here for a reason. Like God is real. Like I'd be a fool not to believe God is real because, like we said, it's people that get shot one time in places that you don't even think, like a shot in the leg and die from it because of an artery. And I've been shot 15 times in places that people die from. And I'm here and I'm able to do everything I want to do with no limitations. Walk, run, lift, push-ups, swim, everything a normal human being can do, I can do it after after everything that happened. So just knowing that God is real, man. God has been on my side. I'm highly favored, man. And I don't want to take it for granted again.
So I'm assuming your message to the youth is stay the fuck away.
Stay away, man. Watch who you surround yourself by, because it ain't even got to be something that you into, man. People will bring you into a fire that you didn't know exists. Yeah. So, yeah, man, watch your surroundings. Man. It's best to be by yourself.
Oh, you remember how you got to the hospital? Was it
yeah.
the last time you got shot?
Ma Wainwright took me to the hospital.
Another Wainwright.
Yep, drove right up to the front entrance. Got me out that car and got me up to that door, man. Well, they tried to get me up to the door. I was heavy. You know, we was all drunk too. But yeah, he got me to the hospital fast.
Shout out to Wainwrights, man. They always somewhere.
Yeah. It's crazy. They was about to pull off. I fell right on the side of the car. And they pulled me in the back seat. And I got blood all in the back of his new car.
My bad. Now I bet he was happy you still here.
Yeah, but it was crazy. It's crazy. I can still remember me in the back of the car. I had a lot of money on me at the time. I had like $18,000 on me, and I'm telling my cousin, like, man, take this money, and I'm like, I got money here and I got money there, and I got this card, and I'm like, just give it to my son, man. Tell my son I love him. He's like, man, stop talking like that, man. You tripping, bro. You good. And I'm just fading off, you know what I mean? Just fading off, and he's just smacking me, like, wake up. And I just keep telling him, like, bro, I'm dead, bro. Like, I ain't gonna make it. He like, stop talking like that, bro. And I remember all that until we got, until I passed out. But yeah, it was crazy.
That's a powerful story. We can close it there.